Day and welcome to another episode of Campus Gist with Right Life Media or SHU. Today, as you know, we'll be giving you premium gist about what happens behind closed doors, in the lecture halls, behind the lecture halls, after the lecture halls, the exam, or everything that goes on is what we are here to give you gist about. My name is Abimbola and I'm your host, and together here with me in the studio is Shemilori. You're welcome to the studio. Nice to see your beautiful face again. So today we'll be discussing something that cuts across all campuses, be it private-owned campus, government-owned campuses, and even faith-based institutions. This is what every student can relate to. Every student has gone through experiences in this gist we're bringing you today. So what are we talking about? We're talking about academic pressure, mental health, we're talking about exams, lecturers' antics, and a whole lot. And also we'll be having stories to back all of this up. So Shemi, are we good?
Yes, we are good.
So quickly, before we go into the gist proper, I would like to ask, have you ever prepared for an examination, did your best, and you're so assured that okay, this one I've done this one, and you come out and the result is out, and
yes, definitely.
How did you feel?
I've experienced something like that before. You know, the lecturer came to class that day. I mean, maybe I think a week before the exam or something. If I gave us AOC, yeah, we did.
It's supposed to be area of concentration, but most times it's area of confusion.
Seriously, okay. I mean, I experienced. Oh God, this man. He gave us AOC, yeah. We listed it out, wrote it down, and then I prepared for the exam. We read everything there. Just tell me why the exams, time for the exam, and then I just saw about one of the stuff he told us about, and then I was like, "Oh, what's going on?" When they shared the questions here, I literally looked at my friend. The eye contact alone, we already know what is going on here.
Break fast.
Please. And with students we like it when lecturers give us AOCs like yes,
makes
like
the
an
reading
expo.
easier.
You get, and now getting there to the exam, and then you are just like, what is this? What is going on here? And then you have no choice. You just have to write whatever.
You just have to do something. Write something.
So at the end of the day, it was not what I expected. I didn't fail, but I was expecting okay, yes, as long as I do this thing. At the same time, it taught me a lesson. Because I only focused on the AOC. Even though I know how lecturers can be, but in a
way you trusted him, after we did not ask now, you gave us of your will.
Do you understand? And then this man just came to
I can relate.
I mean, it is what it is.
Actually, I've been there like that before, but this one was way back in secondary school. We had this chemistry teacher, and it was like, he's a very good teacher actually. Okay. He's sound at what he does.
Nice.
So it was like, okay, we're going to write mock for WAEC.
Yes.
So I was like, okay, because he talks quietly. I was like, okay, SS3A, can you just go through these questions? He gave us about 15 questions. And the the matter is only one.
Are you serious? So why?
For God's sake, mock exam is just to help students prepare now, and you are giving us a guide. And only one. It was as bad as it was as bad as when it was, for example, I scored 24 over 160 and I was second position.
Are you serious?
It was that bad. It was that bad. Let's talk about the pressure of bring out a sheet of paper. We're writing a test now.
Impromptu test.
I'm sure nothing.
And then they even make it so compulsory. In fact, if you're not in class that day, you're done.
You're out. Because when you look at all of those, it's not like they will even go through that test though.
Yes.
That alone itself, it's a pressure.
I mean,
I think nothing scares students more than bring out a sheet of paper while writing a test.
It is so scary. It is so scary. A lot of lecturers do that a lot. But I mean, the students are left with no choice. You have to do it now.
Yes, we don't have the choice. You see, all of this and many more informed this decision to take this gist today. So I'll be reading some set of stories we'll be discussing with it. So don't forget to like, follow, and share this podcast, Right Life Media or SHU. And also don't forget to comment, share your own experience in all of this. I'm sure every student in one way or the other can relate to this quickly. So I'll be sharing this story. They are real life stories, but then they would like to remain anonymous. So this one called it The Student Who Was Running on Empty. Okay. This one talks about academic pressure, survival, and also breaking points, because really all of these break students at some point.
Sure.
So it says Chinedu is a 300 level mechanical engineering student, is a brilliant boy, very calm, soft spoken. The type lecturers love to say, ah, that guy is very quiet.
Quiet.
But inside that quietness covered a storm. That semester, his department decided to act like they were training astronauts for NASA. 4 core courses, each with 3 assignments weekly.
Hey.
Group projects that were falling apart, lecturers giving impromptu texts like surprise birthday parties, labs that lasted longer than people's relationship. One particular week, Chinedu had a project due on Monday, a test on Tuesday, a lab report on Wednesday, a quiz on Thursday, and a 20-page assignment on Friday. Aside all of this, there are still many other things that Chinedu still has to face. He tried to talk to a lecturer for extension, but the man looked at him over his glasses and said, let me see. If you cannot cope, leave engineering for those who have brains. University is not for the weak. Chinedu's heart sank, but what could he really do? He pulled 3 all-nighters back to back. Imagine having to go 3 nights without sleep, no food, no proper shower, just caffeine, fear, and pressure. How many of us know that when we are working with pressure, the results do not come out well?
Definitely now.
It doesn't.
That one is setting.
So by the time he entered the test hall, his hands were shaking, his head was pounding like someone was drumming inside it. Halfway through the test, he blinked once, twice, and the next thing, boom!
Everywhere go first blue.
My blow. He collapsed, full faint, right on the floor. Students screamed. The invigilator panicked. Oni panic ike. People rushed to get water, but guess what? His department still insisted the test would not be repeated. His fainting was not the lecturer's problem, and that's the painful reality. Students break down, and the system carries on like nothing happened. Let me share a personal experience. Something like this actually happened to me. I was to write an examination.
Yeah.
I was sick.
Okay.
She gets, and I've reached out to the university that I was sick, and obviously I was an admission.
Okay.
But then even my course rep, my classmates, they tried to, but then they just said at the end of the year I had to make it to the exam. So the doctor told me that you cannot go for the examination, and my coconut head that I am, immediately she left. I fought with the nurses and I discharged myself. So I went for the examination. I still had drip and the rest of this thing on my hand. So I was getting to the junction of the hospital. I fell down. I picked up myself again. You're stronger than this. You can do this.
Girl. Yes.
Even while on this, I was still reading. Okay. So when I got to the exam hall, the class rep saw my face. My class were like, "You cannot write this exam." I was like, "I know, I can write this exam." So they came in and they were like, "Okay, everybody, your bags outside." You know the way they did those things. As I was returning from where I went to drop my bag, I fell down. The only thing I remembered was myself being in the ambulance. Like reality story.
Wow.
They had to take me back to the hospital where I was coming from. I missed that exam and I missed 2 more, and I had carryovers.
So the lecturer didn't decide to like say that, oh, maybe make up.
Let me tell you another shocking one. After I got where I went to see him, say, the situation of what happened. And I was like, hey, no problem now. Don't worry. I can fix it. I can do this. I can do that. Gave me a lot of promises. So in my mind, I was like, no, they will reschedule me for another. They play. Lord, you not Gidini. My sister, I carried the course.
But why do they behave this way? Like, I don't know. Don't they have happy homes? Like,
imagine Chinedu's lecturer say it's not his fault that he fainted in the examination and I know that all of this is due to the pressure they put him through.
Yeah.
Imagine not having to sleep. Imagine you went for VGSF 2 days last song. You be like, you'll be nodding in and out. But once you remember there's a lot of pressure that lots of timelines that you have to meet.
Yes.
The pressure sets in. So I want you to, I don't know, have you had a similar experience?
Actually, I haven't really had, something similar to that. But I've had friends that, they will tell me about
let's share
like that. Just the pressure thing, basically. There was one too, she said she was sick at some point. But this one, the lecturer was actually, kind enough to do a makeup test for her. So that was just like the this for me. But personally, I haven't really experienced that
kind.
Side.
Well, I have, and I know that so many students out there also I've
A
had that
lot.
fair share of experience
I
because,
don't lecturers behave like they behave as if they are gods. Like I don't know. Just
well,
calm
you
down.
know, I don't think they
Why?
behave like gods, though. In
But
their way, they
that's
feel
how
like they
they.
are gods.
Yeah,
They
they
feel
feel
like
like
they
they
are
are.
gods.
Yeah,
They are
that's so
authority
sweet.
in this, authority in that.
Ah,
So they feel like, it's my course. I can do and undo.
I
I
mean,
can
you don't
fix
know
and
why they do
unfix. I
stuff
hire
like
and I
that.
fire. So let's take another story.
Yeah.
This person called it the lecturer who turned marking into a spiritual battle. Okay, this one centers around favoritism because really, there are some lecturers that no matter what you do, no matter what that person come late to class, don't submit assignments, don't do my work, that person is still the favorite student,
Yes.
and you're like asking, what is that person doing that I'm
What are
not
they
doing?
doing?
But
What
then
are
there are
they?
things that they are
They're doing
doing
something that
that you are not
underground,
doing. So let's talk about Aisha, a 200
Okay.
level mass communication student, smart, hardworking, the kind of student who plans and notes with color coded marker,
Oh, now that type. Okay.
intentional student. But she had one lecturer, Mr. X, known across campus for moods that change like NEPA light. Imagine, how did those people switch? One
Use
minute they are
you
happy,
are
the
using
next
your
minute
mood
they
to
are
decide
anxious.
somebody's failure or I like.
As in, you say his grading system is completely unpredictable. It wasn't about your work, it was about how it
Felt.
felt about you. Imagine putting a lot of hard work to think, and you are now marking my work based on your mood. What happened to
Then you say
marking guard?
exactly. They don't even use that one again.
So Aisha poured her soul into her semester project, interviews, surveys, deep researches, the total package, and her classmates even used her work as guide.
Interesting.
Submission day came. Everyone was trembling. He collected the project, browsed through Aisha's own for exactly 12 seconds. 12
12.
seconds. The work that somebody has been doing for months, you
Use
use
12
12
seconds.
seconds.
And
Then
I
he
beg.
dropped it. 2 weeks later, the results came out. Aisha had 48%.
Hey,
Her friend who submitted late, 90%.
90%.
Another who copied
Okay.
half of her own work,
God.
84%. A girl who was always greeted him in the hallway,
95.
95%. Let me come and be
Now see
greeting
they
you
greet
now.
now.
Aisha walked to his office. Sir, I don't understand my score. He swirled around in his chair and said, your work lacked
Emotional
emotional
depth.
depth.
Azal now. From where to
Somebody that
where?
copy me now, even on to your
Oh,
emotional depth fit
exactly
here.
now. 90% you are giving orders.
Emotional depth in a communication research proposal. She walked out of that office shaking, not because she failed, but because she realized some students are not graded by their work, they are graded by the lecturer's mood, biased, or personal feelings, and this damages confidence. It kills motivation and makes students question their
A lot of
self-worth.
students are actually victims
Let me
of
share
this.
this particular thing
Yeah.
cliche that a lecturer used to say. He would say things like A is for God, B is not even for the intelligent one, B is for you that know your way,
Oh.
C is for you that also know your way, D is for the intelligent student. So
D.
what will average students score?
D.
What will the average students score?
Wait.
So D is for the, so it's simply saying that no matter the hard work you put into your work,
Can never that A is
you
you
said
can
it's
never
for
get
God.
it.
Do you want to share God's
A,
glory?
exactly. You can't.
You cannot share God's. So A here
But
is
that's
no
not
go
nice.
area.
That's not
B is you
nice.
that know how to walk your way. I know this walking your way comes in levels.
Yeah.
There's a girl that was only greeting. That's one level. There's another level that comes with something tangible thing that we can see. Do you
A
understand?
lot is going on in campus.
And that's the way it is, and nobody
A lot.
dares question him.
Definitely now.
I also have
Don't you
one
think?
that would say, I had one that would say, you wrote your exam. Is it when it's not when you see the script that you call for scripts? It will tell you categorically that it's not when you see the scripts that you want to call. What if I tell you I did not see the script? So you tell me what you want to fight. The script was not submitted, so come and fight it. And I see that this is the plight of many a lot of students on campus. No matter how
There's
the kind
nothing
of
they can do
university
about
no
it.
matter the kind of institution you are in, faith-based, government-owned, private, I don't want to know. Every student faces this reality, and it's not totally fair. So we really want to see your comments in the
your
comment section.
experiences.
Just share your
Share
experiences,
experiences.
your mental
Know what
and
you've
the
stories
mental
you've
health of
heard.
these students. It's not being
It's
considered.
affected too.
It's not being considered. Somebody was sharing with me just this afternoon that in our brother's school, the lecturer demanded for a fan. Like just this afternoon, so the lecturer demanded for a fan and
Okay.
told them to contribute for 500 naira each. And the fan when they costed it, it was 21,000, and there were
Okay.
140 students in the class, so that's about 60 something thousand.
Yeah.
So they decided, okay, should be his fan that you want.
Oh,
We'll
yeah,
buy
no.
you the fan. No, he insisted that they must contribute that money. Now looking at it, is it fan that he really wants?
It's just the money.
And they said he made it as bad as if your name is not on that 500 list, you cannot submit assignments.
What money will cost? Hey,
You cannot
God.
submit assignments, you cannot write tests. So are you saying that 500 naira is the criterion
Yeah.
for me submitting my? Is it supposed to be so? Obviously, it's not supposed to be so. But
the
this
system is already
is the
already,
reality.
so,
This
I
is
mean,
just the reality, and I'm sure that I'm speaking the
norm.
mind of students right there watching us from home.
Yeah.
So please share your
Share
story.
experiences with us.
Share your experience
We
with
want
us.
to
Tell us those
know
things
what
that
you-
really shook you
Eh,
as a student,
We want to see all
as
of it.
a present student or a past student. So there are
Yeah.
still more stories that we'll still go through this afternoon. I'll be taking the third one.
Yeah.
And this one tagged that. Okay, maybe Shemi, you should read that.
This one is the price of a passing grade.
Okay.
Just with bribery, moral conflict, survival versus integrity.
Integrity,
So now
sha.
this is Samuel. Samuel, a
Integrity.
400 level student in a faith-based university.
Exactly, faith based.
Like, when we hear faith-based Christian school
Christian
now,
school now,
they should be decent and all. So, but darkness doesn't care about signboards. He was struggling with one course, advanced statistics, the course that had swallowed 67% of the class.
You should be questioned.
Hey God. Everyone knew the lecturer had favorites. Those favorites had access to exam hints. Can you imagine? Assignment loopholes and project guidance.
Imagine.
One evening, a classmate whispered to him, "Guy, if you don't want to spill over, meet this lecturer as Guy. 15,000 naira and your script to be handled."
So are you saying 15,000
Just be
is
15K. 15,000 naira.
no stress? After 15,000,
Like,
I'll pass. God, that big
Samuel froze.
Need faith based.
Faith-based though. Samuel froze. His heart started pounding. He wasn't raised that way, but he also didn't want to spend another year. in
You guys
school.
choose one choice. Oh.
His parents had sacrificed so much. He was the firstborn. Expectations were high. One night, Samuel sat on his bed, staring at his phone. Should he pay or not? He felt like he was betraying his upbringing, but he felt trapped. If he failed, he wouldn't graduate. He wouldn't go for NYSC. He would disappoint everyone.
That's another pressure on its own.
Yeah.
You're facing one and you are considering another.
Another one. Finally, he stood his ground and refused to pay. He wrote the exam. How many students who can do that one? How many? But anyway, he scored 44%.
Failure.
So moving on, but at least he had peace and he took the course again the next session, this time with a new lecturer, and passed with 74%. This experience broke him, but it also made him stronger because sometimes integrity costs more than money.
But really, how many students would have done what
How
Samuel
many?
did?
It's like, if you hear
Fast
that one,
way,
fast
I go
way
find
now.
the 15K. But now,
Even if to
what
borrow.
those lecturers, even if it's to go and sleep with
Borrow.
men,
And exactly.
do you understand? What those
Yeah.
lecturers don't know, there are implications to all of
Yeah, on
these things.
students.
Because I cannot look at Samuel. Assuming he was not raised properly.
He's going to
He
grab
will
it
succumb.
at first.
It's not just 15K. Let me just
A
make
lot
the
of
transfer
students
and have
grab
my
that.
peace. But the lecturers don't know that beyond the 15,000, there are so many consequences.
And
There's
another
so
thing is, he said he's in 400 level, and there's so many pressure in 400 level. Everybody just wants to do exams
Graduate.
and graduate. And then it comes to the point of project. Project is another, strategy is a money making strategy
for the
for a
lecturers.
lot of lecturers.
Yes.
It's a money making.
A lot of unrealistic demands.
See, it's a lot. It's a whole lot when it comes to projects.
I even get that, okay, if they want to
Yeah.
even give you topics, there are some certain things that for each chapter you
yes.
submit, there are certain things that you
They
have to
just
do.
keep telling you to go and print and that one, go and print and that one.
And the annoying thing is that it's unquestionable.
Yes.
Nobody can question.
Who do you want to do? Who do you want to question?
And this is very saddening
It's really
because
sad.
every student, in one way or the other, if you're not going through the favoritism part, you are going through the bribery part, you are going through every
Different
part.
things.
Everyone, every man for himself. Every man for himself. You are going through one thing or
Your
the
own.
other.
Yeah.
We also have another one, the silent cry in the hostel room. This one talks about mental health, eating struggles, and emotional breakdown. Last but deeply with Tunde. Tunde is a final year medical student. Parents expected straight A's. Is the expectation of the
That's
parents
just
safe?
now. That's another thing.
You'll be battling with one thing,
Can everybody
and
have
your
a
parents will be
straight
saying,
A's?
oh mommy, like now this student, I'm so sure everybody called him a doctor already. The moment
Nah,
you
nah.
are studying medicine from year one, you are a doctor.
Doctor.
Eh? But inside, he was drowning.
Mm.
Every day looked like this. He wakes up 5 a.m., clinic by 7 a.m., lectures till 3 p.m., study till 1 a.m., sleep for 4 hours. Repeat that same cycle every day. His friends thought it was strong, but strength sometimes hides pain.
Pain.
One day, he wrote an exam he thought he killed. He expected at least 70%. Results came out 36% fail. It will go first, everywhere go
First
first, blur.
blow.
Tunde locked himself in his room. Shame, fear.
Oh,
Sat on the floor. He cried and
child.
cried like a child. Cried from frustration, exhaustion, fear, and shame.
Shame.
Everything. Nobody knew. Nobody asked. Because nobody will ask. Because everybody said they get their
Every
own.
now.
Everybody
Facing
get
one
their
thing or
own.
the other.
Because on campus, everyone is fighting their battles
Yeah.
silently. If you're not fighting financial, you are fighting.
One thing or the other. One thing or the other.
So he wiped up his face, stood up, and continued studying. In some cases, some would have committed suicide.
Yeah, we hear suicide cases of so many
Suicide
students. Yeah, suicide
cases
cases.
because he could not pass an exam, because he did not
Yeah.
complete this project, because
Like,
lecturer failed, because this, because
you
that.
just end your life.
Just enjoy life. But really, it's easier to blame them because we are not in their shoes. No, it's not everybody that can
That's
handle all
true.
of this pressure.
Yes,
It's not
that's
everybody
it.
that can, especially when devil is now whispering to your ear, that one, not in
Yeah,
law.
a failure.
So do you
Nothing you can
understand?
achieve. Yeah.
You don't have friends, you don't have, and you know sometimes our parents they've not given us enough room for us to always come back and say, "Mommy, I failed."
True. True. True.
I even remember when I was in as low as primary school.
Yeah.
I used to be first, second, third. But this
Yeah.
particular year, I don't know what happened. I became fourth. I didn't go home.
Hey.
Go home to who? Because I knew what was waiting for me back at
Yeah.
home. Because our parents, they've not really made it easier
The pressure
for us to be able
was-
to come up with they only want to celebrate our successes. They
Yeah.
don't want to embrace our failures. So these are some of the plight of the students. While I'm not done yet. So he wiped his face, stood up, and continued studying. Because in the Nigerian university system, you don't get the luxury to break. You break, you wipe your tears, and keep going.
You can't.
You just have to
Can't
keep going. And in this case, this is what's his name? Tunde.
Yeah.
A medical doctor to be. And you are coming home to say, "Mommy, I have failed." You failure buruku wo niyen.
Yeah. Inside which house?
How? Asasao. Maybe your school fees is in millions.
Yeah. I paid 1 million and then you're coming home to bring this result.
You will not fail.
Hey, you will not fail.
But then it's very sad because every institution and every student in those institutions, they face all of these pressures, they face all of these issues, and some of them don't take it easy. They don't take it easy on themselves. Some of them, they just start doing drug as a means
Yeah,
to
some people also drop out.
as a means to just suppress the whole pressure. Some of them they do a lot of shit. Let me just say that they do a lot of shit, and I repeat again that every student has faced this.
A whole lot.
Every student, they don't face
one way or the other.
Can we even now talk about those of them that request for sex?
Yes, that's another,
They request for sex, they
Another
cannot pass
big
you.
one.
No matter how smart, no matter how brilliant
just
you
have
think
to.
that you have, you just have
You
to
have
succumb. And it's as bad as, if somebody is asking for sex and there's somebody that you can report to that will take
Yes.
disciplinary measures and all of that, you find out that all of them, most of them, they're the same thing.
True.
Why is someone you are reporting to the person saying, "Yeah, stop it. Everybody does it."
Exactly. Like, I'm coming to tell you something. Instead of you to like be like,
Say, "Hey,
oh,
so what's the big deal? Are you a virgin?"
And then you just yes. And you just be like,
Everybody
no,
does
just
it.
succumb to it.
Even that person just
once,
did it.
just
Because that
twice.
person did it does not mean I want to do it.
That's true. Funny thing that if they can give in maybe once, that once it might not end.
It's a
there.
continuous
It just
drama.
continue. So what's the point?
It's a continuous drama. And I'm sure that all of these have effects on the students, have
Mental
effect
effect.
on the nation as a whole. And
Yeah.
because that's why students will pass. Okay, look at somebody that used to just greet and you
Just
scored about
greet and you're
over
feeling
90%.
like,
That kind of person, what does he
needs
want
to
to go and
greet.
defend? Is there a greeting job somewhere?
Thank you. Just bias, a lot of favoritism.
So
and
why the
bias.
person who has the real content, who knows what he or she is doing, is left there?
And then now, how are they even encouraging people that actually, students that are studying, like really studying?
The truth of the
go for
matter,
nice
if you want to
classes and a
face
lot of
reality,
things.
is that That's why you some students will just say school na scam.
Yeah, something good,
It's
being good,
because
no,
of
they pay.
it's because of the
Different slangs
experiences
now.
that they've had.
Yeah.
They just come to conclusion like they play a good boy, no they pay.
No, they pay. And
Now
then,
who sabi road, no book.
yes.
Now who
Yes.
sabi road, no book.
Those slangs
Because
are
if you don't
now.
sabi the road, what you have written, what you have studied for your ninth classes, your tutorials fail. You see something like 29%. You know, the one that used to shock me the most, maybe the cutoff mark is 15.
Yeah.
And you have a student score 49. And I'm like,
Yeah.
how?
What did I just want?
Joe.
Please.
Not now we are
That one.
encouraging, like we're encouraging
Yeah.
what like on a favoritism or
Yes.
but at least
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it will do you any
It won't
bad.
do anything. They won't even for your salary.
I'm sure if you check through,
Like,
for somebody to have scored 49, definitely Oticon, concealer.
Yeah.
Yes, so if you check through the script again, it's but there's something they just you know some people will do it intentionally.
yeah.
You see that 49, that's what I'm going to score you.
Some
Because that's
lecturers
your
are
mark,
wicked,
that's your score.
seriously.
So I want us to talk about some of the implications, the
Yeah.
consequence on this student. Do you want to start?
Yeah, so okay, I think we've spoken about most of these implications already, on their mental health, on the kind of on their behavioral patterns.
Like somebody will say, now who get money, they get mental health issue. Now lie. Every student has that mental health issue.
For real.
Because pressure no dey finish. Once you are surviving one, you are surviving, another one is coming, you are surviving that one, another one is coming.
Because I actually also feel like our parents should also, like, try to, encourage us, to not, because basically it's from family.
Yeah, it
It's
is.
from family. We don't want to feel our parents, their money should not go to waste and they like. So I mean, these things should also be put in place so that when students actually, but although there's some students that, they don't just want to be serious in school.
Do you
But
blame
what do you
them?
think about that?
Okay, for example, let me paint this scenario for you.
Mm-hmm.
I am the serious student.
Yes.
I'm studious. I go for ninth classes. I even help my mates with my assignments and
Okay.
do the assignments and all. And results comes out and
Yeah.
I'm 39%. And somebody who is rich does not come to class, greets the lecturer,
Yes,
is the
person.
hot, is the social butterfly. The person is
Yeah.
scoring 90%. Who will I think to follow? I'll just go and ask her, Madam, how you dey do
How
am?"
they do? How they run now? Put me on. Involve me.
And because everybody likes the easy way out.
Yeah.
So they have tendencies to follow the person who knows the way. Now who sabi road, they know book. So do you understand now? So
I quite understand.
all of these are the plight of our students. They're the plight of our students on campuses, and it is very relatable. So you can tell us your fair share of this experience as a student
Yeah.
or when you were a student in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share,
And
and subscribe to our YouTube channel and at Right Life Media or
Sure. Yeah.
So
Expecting your comments.
it's been beautiful.
Yes, it has been an
It's been
interesting ride.
it's been beautiful,
Yeah.
and I just really wish something could be done to all of this. Maybe there could be
wish.
set up a panel that can interrogate all of this,
I mean, that might be quite difficult to do
because the system
it's
is,
not just
is corrupted.
It's not like it's just happening in one uni or it's
I said
it's
every
everywhere. So, I mean, it's difficult
even
to control. Very difficult to control that.
and it's
way.
that eating low deep into the system. That's eating deep because we're expecting that somebody this person you will not collect bribe, you will not ask me for anything. Let me just see me. You will just tell me what to do, and the person is giving you this demand that you're like even you, sir.
No, forget that
Even
one.
you, there used to be one that
You
used
know yourself.
there used to be one that used to be like an alpha. Look at this man is a strict is a devout Muslim, and maybe you missed the stairs and you're saying, sir, what can I do? And he's saying that go and bring 10,000 naira. And you're asking for what? Have we even talked about those of them that you don't buy their materials, their handouts? They cannot pass you.
Yeah.
Some of them will just even send the e-handouts to you, and they expect that you still pay as much as 6,000, 7,000 naira. And that is the truth. When the school is billing me for school fees, you're also billing me, and I have to buy all of these
other bills
over
like
5-10
pay.
courses.
And you're still telling me to
So please share your story in the comment section.
Please do.
We want to just really relate to your experience. We want to relate to your experience. I want to know how you navigated through it, how you overcome, or presently where you are. Where are you?
Let us know.
Where are you? Have you
What is going
overcome?
on with you?
Is this still ongoing, or you are preparing to enter into that system?
How did you go through it? Let us know.
Because it's not funny. It's not funny.
not.
So we are
It's really
hoping to
sad.
also catch you on our next episode next week Wednesday, once again at Right Life Media. Ocean. So
Ocean.
join us for another episode, the Campus Gist, and I'm sure that this is where we bring you
Premium stories, premium
relatable
gists.
stories that you can relate with going on
Yeah.
in your campus. So special shout out to our creative producer, Mr.
Yeah.
Dami, Mr.
Yeah.
Sheung,